What's up, guys? Welcome to our show. This is a segment where we talk about whatever's going on in the world, which right now isn't very much.
Well, computing stuff that's going on in the world, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's all that I care about anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, did you hear about the ninth generation Intel processors?
I did not just 5 minutes ago find out about the Intel i5.
You're a great liar, Cody.
The ninth
Wonderful
gen
liar.
processors.
Yeah, apparently, Intel, one of their updates for one of their processors, one of their 9000 generation processors was on one of the microcode updates. Yeah, they had inadvertently put it there, apparently. So,
Whoops.
surprise! Don't worry, though, because you won't really want to buy it. It's not that significant, unfortunately. It's barely even an upgrade at all.
Yeah.
Apparently, the K edition is only a little bit faster than the older one, the 8th generation, and the boost is even less significant. So, the same core count, I wouldn't worry about it.
I think it's like a 100 megahertz upgrade from the 8th gen to the 9th one. It's like 3.7 versus 3.6 normal.
The K is actually like...
Yeah, it's 3.7. And then
Oh.
the 8600K, since at 3.6.
No, it's just a 3.1.
That's the 8600. The one below it is the 8600K. So it's a 100.
Yeah, I'm stupid. Can't read. Okay.
It's a 100 megahertz upgrade to the 9th gen, same core count, and turbo boost is like 200 megahertz.
That's about what I expect from Intel at this point.
Thanks, Intel.
Maybe AMD should pick up their game a little bit.
Where's Ryzen 2, AMD? Where's the real Ryzen 2? Not this refresh bullshit.
What is the refresh thing? I don't actually know what that is.
It's basically what Intel did. It's
Okay,
more
so
or
it's
less
just
the same thing, just slightly higher clock speeds.
Okay. Yeah, I it was literally so insignificant that I didn't hear about it at all.
Whoops.
So what are the things that have been happening in your world, Cody?
It's an existential nightmare.
Actually, Microsoft and Sony are both working on their next-gen game console, so that's kind of...
That's a thing.
Yeah, they said it would be a while, at least 3 years for PlayStation.
Shit.
But Microsoft ballsily, during their E3 conference, said that they were gonna start making they are in the architectural design of their next-gen Xbox, which means a lot coming from the current loser as far as the console wars. You know, I mean, everybody has a PlayStation, and there's not much Xboxes, I guess.
Not really. We know like one guy that has an Xbox.
And that's my
Two
brother.
guys.
My brother has one, but
Yeah.
pretty much it's Xbox has actually outsold, or PS4 has actually outsold Xbox 2-1. So for every one Xbox, there's 2 PlayStations out there, which is really
Fuck
bad
me.
if you're in a business to make
Yeah.
money. So Microsoft makes enough
Like,
money
that's
selling
insane.
Windows, I guess. But yeah, it's insane. PlayStation has dominated the market lately. Probably because of all the good exclusives, whereas Xbox has like the PUBG that barely runs. I mean, it barely runs on a computer. The Xbox is like a joke.
Yeah. We got Horizon Zero Dawn. We've got Persona 5. We've got
God of War.
God of War. Still haven't played that game.
Neither have I.
I've heard it's great though.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I didn't play the originals though, so I feel like I don't know if I can play it or not. I don't know if you need to play the old ones.
Not really. It's like when I went to training in Orlando, my roommate was playing it, and it didn't really have that much of a connection.
Yeah.
It was like not a spiritual sequel. It was a sequel, but in like the not important kind of sequel, where you
Okay.
don't need to know the backstory of it.
Okay. Yeah.
All you need to know is Kratos kills big things.
He's a tough guy who murders people. Got
Yeah.
it. Played a lot of those games.
That's about the extent of it. All right, we're gonna go into the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links decks for PvP.
Oh no! Cut this. No.
New MacBook Pro specs.
Oh, this is gonna be funny. Okay, this is the comedy section. I haven't read this yet, so this will be good. All right, my new MacBook Pro came out. Take your guesses before we look.
Well, I already sort of looked.
Okay, I'll take my guesses then, and you can read them out.
Okay.
I won't look. All right, I'm gonna guess. They'll have like a.
Oh, that's
Okay, hold on. Tell me the price of the MacBook first.
It only says the processor so far.
Okay, I can still probably guess. I mean, I would hope that it'd be like either a Ryzen. Please tell me it's either a Ryzen or an 8700K, or 8600K.
It's above an 8600K.
Okay. Oh, but
Well-
it's an i7, but probably not the K variant because it's a laptop, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a U variant.
Yeah, that makes sense then. That's actually reasonable, but it'll probably be $9,000. But the GPU aspect, like the resolutions they want to push with like the GPU that they put in there is just always weird to me. I guess it's not really for that though.
Yeah.
It's just the price for the specs. It's like might as well just get a Windows laptop. You could get one MacBook or you could get 4 Windows laptops for the same specs, and that's the part I don't understand.
And Mac is finally coming around to the quad-core processors now. Now that Windows has had them for like a year or so.
Yeah.
Now.
Even the i5s, like my MacBook Pro that I have. Yeah, no, don't make fun of me.
It's a dual core.
It's a dual core, but it's an i5 second gen. I got it in 2011, and it's like it's weird. They have only the only i5s I've ever seen that aren't quad core, like during that time, is in MacBook Pros. Like I don't know where they're getting them because.
No, there are Windows laptops too. Like all the way up to the 7th gen, they were dual cores on laptops for some stupid fucking reason.
I thought they were always quad core.
No,
there's the desktop version.
Yeah, just the desktop versions were quad core.
I guess I don't belong on I'll just leave because I didn't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Intel just got to quad core with 8th gen in laptops.
And now they're at 6 core. Why the fuck are they? I mean, like, do they really need to be that different? Is it something to do with the technology of having it smaller or overheating problems, or why? Isn't there like a laptop that has like a fully fledged Ryzen processor in it?
Yes, it has a fully fledged 1700 or 1700.
That's like 8 cores and 16 threads, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's stupid.
Go buy a
laptop.
Ryzen processor and a laptop, I guess, because they're better. I don't know. I really don't. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'm disappointed that the other specs aren't there because like I love making fun of Apple spec, like the fucking $9,000 iMac that has the Vega 56.
Oh
like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Why is it $5,000 or $9,000 or something? It's
like $5,000.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know that it's like.
And it can't be repaired by anyone, even Apple, because they haven't been trained to do that yet.
What?
Yeah.
What?
The people at the Apple store can't fix it.
So like, if it breaks,
you're fucked.
And you take it to the Apple store, they're just like,
replace it. I guess they can't fix it.
What?
Yeah.
Did that happen to somebody?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Linus in particular.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
No. Watch the video.
I'll have to watch that later. That's insane. I can't believe that they took it there. Like, he was... I mean, like, it's Linus, so I'm sure he took it apart. That probably voided the warranty. I mean, that's probably what
happened. But he was, like, willing to pay
that's fucked
to get
up.
it fixed.
Okay.
And they're like, no, sorry, we can't. We don't know how to fix it.
Oh my god, that is...
Boy.
Alright. Well, there goes $5,000 or whatever. But he got a black keyboard, so, like, I mean, really, it's worth it.
$5,000 black keyboard.
With Apple, hey, color... Finding a different colored Apple product. Try to find a not white Apple product.
You're right.
No, but seriously, that's definitely not worth it. And speaking of Apple, there's I guess there's new iPhones coming out. They're discontinuing the old ones and making new ones that are the same, I guess. I looked into it a little bit because I have an iPhone. So
wait, are they discontinuing the 7?
Like, they're... Alright, you know, like the iPhone 10?
Yeah.
I guess they're like... It had trouble selling because it was so fucking expensive.
Yeah. It's like $1,000 for a phone.
Yeah, it's $1,000. I mean, like, okay, first of all, like, when you buy a phone, usually, like, you just get it for, like, less.
Yeah.
You pay over time. I don't know.
Because contract.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, it's more like a lease, I think, now. But pretty much, people were kind of unwilling to pay that much for a phone.
Because it's
so
expensive.
Everybody was just getting the 8s. And so it didn't sell very good because of the OLED technology in it. Like, they made it, like, really fucking expensive because that's what Apple does. They make things that are... I mean, at least their phones are pretty nice, but they're just too expensive.
Yeah. So,
and now they're gonna discontinue the current iPhone 10, and then they're gonna release 3 phones. Or so what the rumor is they're gonna release like 3 phones that are like kind of look like it with like the bezel-less design, and or like 2 phones with bezel-less design, and then 1 with like the standard looking with the Touch ID still.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like only like one of them is gonna have an LCD screen, and the other ones are gonna have OLED. And like they're gonna try to make them cheaper or something. And I looked at that and I was like, I have an iPhone 10. I guess I'm a sucker. And I was just like, well, I could just like turn mine in when my like lease is up and then get a cheaper one that's exactly the same and then pay less every month.
Yeah.
So like I was like, everybody would do that. I mean, I don't know if it's like worse in some way. So that's why I'm really confused about what they're doing. Like, I don't really care that much anymore. I mean, like, phones have gotten to the point where it's just like
they're more or less universally the same.
now it's just a screen. I mean, like, that's
Yeah.
all. It's like the innovation thing is like, I really like Face ID. I'm not gonna lie. Face ID is the reason I bought an iPhone 10, and it's great. But and the OLED, that's nice too.
Fucking piece of shit.
Anyway, yeah, the OLED technology is really cool. That's already in fucking Samsung phones, and it has been for years because Samsung made OLED. So, pretty much I have an iPhone with a Samsung display. And that's it for. I mean, OS 12's out. I have the beta. It's better because the OS 11 is really buggy. Like, even you have an Android phone. You probably heard about how bad OS 11 is. It was pretty bad.
Surprisingly not.
I don't know. There's just a lot of things where it's like, why? Just like small things that are just annoying.
Like closing apps.
Like closing apps, yeah, having to hold them down. That's ridiculous. And the autocorrect is like, it like gives you the 3 suggestions, but it's like just slow enough to where like when you're typing, you see it pop up and you tap it, but right before you tap it, it changes and it changes to something else. That like that's so small, but that is literally like. I have fucking screamed on my phone because that's happened, and it's just like it's the most trolly thing that I don't know. A little shit like that bugs me. I guess I don't. It doesn't really matter. It's a phone. I use it to talk to people, texting. I don't call people because it's weird. But
it's the 21st century. Don't call people unless you're looking for a job.
If you call people, you better have something important to say. Don't call me just to have a conversation. But yeah, you know, it's a phone. I don't really care that much. I don't really follow it like I used to follow it really well. I used to be like a man. I'm like iPhones. I love them. Whatever. When I was in like high school, but now it's like whatever. Now I do that with graphics cards instead. So now I'm even more disappointed.
Yay, disappointment.
Yeah, nothing about 11 series graphics cards at all.
Not this week.
Supposedly it's in August.
Probably not until August.
Yeah, so that's cool. Not really. Nothing's going on. Not even a game that came out. I haven't been playing anything. I've been playing Final Fantasy 15 for PC. That's cool, but old news. Works great. It's fun.
Runs in 4K on a fucking 1080 Ti, like
every
obviously.
other game
Yeah.
that does.
Fucking obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of a tip, but yeah. 1080 Ti is like the only graphics card you can really, what?
Is that a 3-fan 1080 Ti?
No, it's just 2.
Is it
the fact that it's not lit up right now is like, is it normally what?
Is it normally that long?
Yeah.
Really?
It's just 2 big fans, like there and there. Like,
okay.
About that big.
Huh.
The thing is like fucking huge. It's like,
yeah.
extra, like you wouldn't be able to SLI like right next to each other because it's like just like the fans protrude a little bit. They would, if you SLI'd this graphics card, the fans would be like touching the other graphics card.
Stare up the bottom of
You'd
it.
have to have like a slot, but I don't think this motherboard, like I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't think.
No. It's too fucking bright in here.